welcome back to my channel. You are beautiful, you are amazing, and I hope that this video finds you well, and I hope that you take something great out of this video today. There's so many times we feel pressure in life, whether you're a student, a single, a married person, a mom, anything in life. There are certain standards we feel or pressures we put on ourselves, and I just want to talk about that, and I'm sure motherhood will come up because that's certainly the main focus of this season for me right now. But whether it's from outside voices or our own, we feel pressure to be in a certain place in life, to be doing certain things, to look a certain way, to have certain things. And I mean, gosh, I could talk about this a lot because if you know what we've been through, just like my health deteriorating and us moving in with my in-laws, we've been here for almost 2 years, which I cannot believe. But of course, I didn't intend to talk about this, but of course when I'm 29, of course I didn't imagine being in the situation. You never predict getting incredibly sick and then moving in with your in-laws and everything just kind of like, you know, in your life. But sometimes those things happen, and I think it's important to just accept that. You probably didn't have this happen to you, but I'm sure you can relate to some of the things I'm gonna be sharing just about. There's so many different things I want to share on this, but I'm gonna focus on what I said, which is comparing yourself. So one thing that I have felt pressure to do is to start homeschooling my daughter. She's 4 years old. She just turned 4. I have a 2-year-old as well. No older kids. So I've never homeschooled, but I really want to homeschool. I've gone through so much that for a long time, if my daughter were older, I wouldn't have been able to. And I'm still recovering, but so many people I know have already started homeschooling their little ones at this age. But guess what? My name is Kaylin, and I'm different than other people, and no shame to anyone, obviously. I think it's amazing for people who are doing that, but I don't feel it on my heart to start any curriculum right now for preschool. And this is just me encouraging you, if you're in that position, be it whatever scenario, like, I haven't done a lot of things the way I see other parents doing, and it's easy to be like, oh my gosh, my daughter's 4 and she hasn't had swim lessons. I'm someone who loves the water and she hasn't had swim lessons, and she's 4. Like, I'm not looking for assurance. I'm just sharing with you, like, there is a journey we all face about comparison, and I have to remind myself that doesn't matter. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. It's not a big deal. Let's be free of these things. If you don't have all wooden toys, if you don't have this kind of house, if you live with your in-laws, like, ultimately none of this stuff matters. You read about this stuff in the Bible, make sure you have this, and make sure you get your kids in these classes. Like, we need to just let go of those things on our shoulders, all those pressures about where we should be and how we should parent and all the things we should do. That stuff does not bring us life, and there's so many reasons we shouldn't compare. I mean, you are different. You're called to do things differently. I'm a different mom than the mom my sister is. I'm a different mom than the mom my friends are. I am creative. I am laid back. I am fun. I can be disorganized. There's room for all of us to grow, but we all have our different personalities. We all have our different circumstances, being sick and this and that. We just need to let that go and just get excited about where God has you. Get excited about who your children specifically are, about the blessings you have in your life, even if it looks different than someone else, even if you have a small house, even if you can't homeschool, even if you work full time, even if you stay at home, even if you don't have a lot of money. Those things ultimately don't matter, and we can live full lives no matter where we're at in life, no matter what God has given us and what our circumstances are. We need to stop comparing ourselves and stop making excuses for ourselves and just detracting from the things God has given us and the things we can do. Because sometimes too, there will be things in life that we can't do that we earnestly, honestly want to do that are good things. And being sick caused me to be in that circumstance a lot. There are a lot of things that I wanted to do, and the ways, just basic ways I wanted to be there for my children, but I simply couldn't. And those seasons are hard, and me smiling here doesn't give you a good depiction of the pain I've gone through in regards to that. But God's grace is sufficient for it all, and we need to have hope for the next season, but have gratitude for where He's met us in the season we're in, and trust that He will supply all the things that we see are lacking, like the ways we can't be there or provide this or that for children, because I know we all want to give our children the most we possibly can. So have peace. You know, the places that you feel your personality or talents lack in whatever role you're going to be, a mother or wife or this or that, we can strive to grow. It's always good to strive to grow, but it's important to have peace, because if we're constantly focusing on how we can be better at this or do better at this, we're gonna just be carrying these weights around. It's gonna detract us from the present and the gifts God has given us. I mean, if I were constantly focused on the way I perceive other moms are doing a better job than me, my card was full, but I'm back. So what I was saying was, if I were constantly focused on the gifts that God has given other people and the talents He's given them, how could I properly and fully utilize what God has given me? Because if I'm constantly trying to fit into this other mold, I'm not gonna do a good job with that. I'm different. I'm a different mom. You're a different mom. You do things differently. You value different things. You have different gifts. So for instance, I'm very artistic. I should freely do those things with my kids and enjoy it. You know, I shouldn't be trying to do X, Y, and Z with my children if I'm just not that great at it. It's not that I can't try it, but I'm saying if I'm always focused on those things, I'm not going to be embracing the things and the way that God has made me. So think about how God has made you, the strengths you naturally have, and the things that you enjoy, and try and utilize those wherever you're at, and not just try and be something else all the time. And a Bible verse that I want to share with you about just finding that contentment with where we're at that I love is Philippians 4:11 through 13. Not that I speak from want, for I have learned to be content in whatever circumstances I am. I know how to get along with humble means, and I also know how to live in prosperity. In any and every circumstance, I have learned the secret of being filled and going hungry, both of having abundance and suffering need. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So wherever you're at, I challenge you, find contentment in your circumstances. There's a little child knocking at the door. I love them, but I'm doing this right now. Okay, I challenge you, wherever you're at, find contentment in your circumstances. Find contentment with who God has made you to be, and know that wherever there's gaps, wherever there's lack, wherever there's pain and failures, God's strength is made perfect in our weakness, and we can have contentment every bit of the way. There's no need for comparison. So guard yourself from comparing yourself. It's not going to help you in any way. It truly isn't. Just really try and get your sights off of things around you. Focus on God, on the abundance He's given you, and the things that you love about your life, even if they're not as good as your neighbors. It really doesn't matter. And you have a ton of blessings in your life right where you're at, no matter the kind of suffering you are going through. So just focus on that and focus on who you are and what you can do today. Alrighty, I hope that blessed you. I hope that encouraged you. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. What are some things that you have personally struggled with comparing yourself? Like, I'd love to know kind of just maybe who you are as a mom and the ways that you've compared yourself or felt like you're lacking. Just because I feel like if we read those things, we will be encouraged to just be free in ourselves, knowing that we're not the only person who struggles with these thoughts, and we all have strengths and weaknesses, and we need to just embrace the kind of person that we are and do our best to live the life that God has called us to live today, whatever the circumstances may be. So let's all chat down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you want more encouraging, just heartfelt content about motherhood and Christ and walking with Him, I do my best to share truth with you on this channel and just put out my journey in a way that hopefully can help you with yours. That is my heart here. Okay, I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. You're absolutely worth it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.